Hello, thank you for joining me at this difficult time. I'd like to thank my family and my close friends for sticking with me throughout the development of this scandal. I understand you won't be able to forget my transgressions, but maybe in time you will be able to forgive them. And I'd like to assure you that moving forward, we will make sure that lessons have been learned and that we live up to the standards you expect of us and that you deserve. How can politicians talk like that? Isn't it absolute rubbish going forward? I'd like to say, why say going forward when obviously they're not going to be going backwards, but that would be wrong because a lot of them are doing just that. I'm talking about my recent deadlift video, and a few people pointed out, and they were really nice about it and really helpful, that it's a straight-legged deadlift. And I'll be honest with you, I could try to say, I knew that and I just didn't mention it. I thought I was going a bit lower than that. When I squat, just here, I've got a mirror and spent a lot of time looking at that, and I am not squatting too badly now, though I do use a particular method that Stan Afferding recommended for people with slightly dodgy knees. I thought I was deadlifting fairly normally, and there's no doubt that's practically a straight-legged deadlift. I have looked at people deadlift a lot. As I've said before, it was Hathor Bjornsson who finally persuaded me to start warming up properly, and I'd look at him do it, and I wonder if part of the problem is when you're looking at somebody who's nearly 7 foot tall, you just don't really notice the angle so much. Also, it so happens that when he's filming it, you're looking straight on. When I looked at the video and was editing it, I thought I'm not going very low, and that's not really right, but I just wanted to get on with the video. Now, since then, I've looked at Mitchell Hooper, even Juju Mufu, who deadlifts fairly straight-legged as they go, but it's still not as bad as mine. Mitchell Hooper, see him going to 90 degrees between the calf and the upper leg, the calf and the hamstring. And I suppose not at 180, but it's probably a good 160, and I probably, with my leg type, want to go for between 100 and 135, I would say. I'm going to start doing that. And the good news is that, as one person really kindly pointed out, that 170 kilos for an almost straight leg deadlift is pretty good. And that makes me hope when I sort it out and start doing it properly, then I might be able to handle a bit more weight. A few people commented and they were really good about it. 3 people. It's really nice. I've had more comments that aren't very pleasant, perhaps, when making martial arts videos, and I think it's because the lifting community, they're more likely to be even-tempered people, let's put it that way, when steroids are left out of the equation, at least. Because I don't see myself deadlift at all, and I sometimes have a family member have a look when I'm squatting heavily, maybe deadlifting heavily. At other times, I have felt a little bit dizzy when deadlifting. Doesn't happen anymore, and that's good. That's due to blood flow, general health, temperature, a lot of things that make a difference. I really didn't know that I was not going deep enough, and I'm going to do something about that. Just have a quick look. This will be a short video, of course, because there's not much to say. I just thought it necessary to acknowledge the fact that that was pretty straight leg deadlifting, and even more importantly, to thank the people who very politely explained that that's not what you should be doing, and they also made some recommendations, and it's clear that I'll have an easier time engaging the upper body, the upper back, when I'm in a better position. It's of note to me that when I go to deadlift, I do put the shins right up to the bar, and I've heard people say so often, put the bar over your shoelaces, and I'd think, well, I can get a bit closer. It's because I haven't been doing that. When I go down to deadlift, sometimes I go down like this, and it's terrible really, but I can feel a bit of pain here, not so much in the left. I have got quite bad knees. I think most people have in their 40s, let alone coming on for 50. I don't have much trouble squatting. Don't use leg wraps when squatting. Haven't for a long time anyway, used to. I think it's because my knees are okay under load, but they're not so good when you just push them out and there's nothing making you tense up the muscles and keep things tight. Makes me think, if nothing else, perhaps I need to get into a position like this, try to get everything else right, then push forward and not spend too long like this. So that feels fine now. And of course, hopefully I'll look at this video and find that that's a much better position. Don't feel very comfortable doing it, but I haven't done enough of it, obviously. I think that feels a lot better. Now, deadlifting a heavy weight with the straight legs the other day has left me with some pain here. I can punch a bag, I can kick, I am going to do some squatting in a minute. It doesn't stop that, but if I was to deadlift in that way again, I'll definitely be in some pain. And further back, let's see, try to get that. Hopefully that's a lot better. You can tell me. If I did that movement, although this is only 70 kilos, with a bad positioning, it would have hurt. That's it. I also have some knee wraps ready in case I have to use them. I am quite proud of the fact that I can squat without knee wraps now. Nothing wrong with using them, it just, I suppose I feel as long as I can go on not using them, it gives me something to depend on later on. No, it doesn't make a lot of sense, because really it could save wear and tear on the knees now. I've used them before, maybe I'll start again. I hope, give this somewhat aggravated injury a couple of weeks to heal. I'll still deadlift, but it will be up to about 120 only. And then in a few weeks' time, once I become a bit more familiar with a better position, hopefully I can show you some better numbers. Thanks again to the people who gave me some good advice, and to an extent it does make it feel like there is an online community, and there's been really good people who have also said good things and helpful things when I make martial arts videos and weaponry videos. But this was a little bit different, and it does make me feel there's a community out there, and there's a lot of good people in it. And that's it for now. Fairly short video by my standards. Thanks for watching. More coming soon. Cheers.